Welcome back, everybody. I'm Deez, and this is my workspace, and we've got a few items to talk about today. This is more of a channel update and just some things that I wanted to say to everybody. Thanks for sticking with me and all that. So just a quick introduction. I'm going to bring you over here to the bench. I'm going to show you some new tooling that I purchased and just go over some things that I wanted to say as a thanks, you know, for all the help that everybody's been giving me. Sticking with me, putting the comments in. Everybody's been so helpful. I just can't thank you all enough. Thanks for sticking with me. I think I'm over 650 subscribers now. We're really closing in on that 1,000 subscriber mark. I guess it'll be July, will be 1 full year opening this channel. It'd be nice to hit this 1,000 mark before that. It's not easy. Trying to get subscribers, people to come back and want to watch more of the content that I'm making. So I keep trying to improve. I take all of your suggestions, as long as they're positive, productive, and helpful. I appreciate every one of them. I try to comment and like everything that's relevant and deserving of it. So thank you. I'm going to bring you over to the bench, and we'll go over some things that I purchased, some new tools and whatnot. All right, first up, I finally pulled the trigger and bought one of these Harbor Freight Bauer bandsaws. I haven't opened it yet. It's an awfully big case. However, I'm not going to really do it. There's no sense in doing an unboxing, right? There's a bandsaw in this case. But what I am going to do is make a stand for this. I know you can buy them, but I'm going to try to make a stand for this out of wood, scrap wood that I have laying around, and see if we can't, you know, improve this so that I have something that I can use instead of that hacksaw. Muscling that hacksaw, yeah, it works, but this will be a lot more fun to use. So keep in mind, if you buy one of these, it does not come with blades. It even says so on here. Right here. Maybe. You see that? Up here in the corner. Blades sold separately. So while you're at Harbor Freight, pick some of these guys up. These are probably not the best blades, but they got them. They are 44 7/8 long, 1/2 inch wide. So, and it tells you what kind of blades you can use here. See if you can see that. Bring you up here a little bit. Up there in the corner, up here. So this will be an upcoming video making that stand. I haven't opened this yet. Like I said, I'll share that. Some of you might get an idea. But otherwise, I'm looking forward to getting this thing set up and being able to use it. Next up, we finally decided upon a collet chuck. Well, I did anyway. The previous video, I actually posted a video for help. It was about taking the lathe chuck off, trying to find a lathe chuck. I want a 4-jaw lathe chuck, and I also want a collet chuck. There were so many great suggestions, a lot of help, a lot of information. I advise that if you're looking to get a lathe chuck, whether it's 4-jaw or a collet, do your research. There's a lot of different ways to tackle this. There's not just one product you go and buy. Things to consider are all the dimensions, how big your lathe chuck is. You might have a 4-inch, mine's a 5-inch or 125 millimeter. All these dimensions matter. Some of the bigger lathes actually mount with the 4 holes. I only have 3 holes because mine are threaded. So, and then you've got this recess in here. This has to fit over the spindle plate. So, in my case, I decided to go with an ER40 because of the size. I have a large spindle bore on this, and I didn't want to limit myself as much as possible with how much material I can put into my spindle bore. I decided to go with this also because of the thickness. I don't lose an incredible amount of my bed length by going with this particular style of collet chuck. But I went back and forth. There's ER30, ER32, ER16, I think. There's some really small ones. But this is what I ended up going with. I did check, it does fit on the spindle plate. If you have any questions about this, shoot me an email. I can tell you exactly what I bought if you're looking to get something like this in the same situation. This does not come with a collet chuck wrench. So keep that in mind. Several of them, some of them do, some of them don't. This one didn't. So for $7, to get started, I just bought this thing. It seems to be machined very well. It's not aluminum, it's steel. This is seems to be pretty well made. There's no shavings or anything. It's well oiled as it came. It's, the threads are very smooth. I'm not displeased. I haven't actually used it yet. But anyway, I did go with the ER40. In addition to, collets. There's a lot of different packages out there for the different collets you can get. Oops, sorry about that. Let's see if I can get these out of here. So this is what I went with. A set of 26 collets. They're not metric. I went with normal, for me, normal measurements there. Standard, American, SAE, Imperial, whatever you want to call it. But here is my set of collets to go with my collet chuck. You're still in the shot here. So I need to find a way to organize all this, but yeah, these are all the collets. They go up to 1 inch, I believe. I can get larger ones of ER40s, but this particular one, here's a 1 inch. Anyway, there's a real nice variety of sizes. Here's the 1 inch. These are all wrapped nicely as well. As you can see, I think what we'll do is get one of these out of here, and we'll put it in that chuck. We're not going to mount that to the lathe or anything. Here's a small one. Let's get this stuff out of the way. And something that is odd, but you need to pay attention to, the screw has this offset piece in here, and that's normal because these snap in. At first I was like, well, that looks very strange, but at any rate, that's so you can get it in and get it out of there. There's a lot I don't know. I haven't used one of these before. This is new as we're opening this together. I'll just get one of these opened. They're oiled up very well. I don't see any shavings left over in here. They're cleaned off, I think, very well. It's actually not too bad. I can, if anybody's curious, shoot me an email. I'll tell you where I got them. I got no affiliation with anybody on anybody supplying me with any material. But anyway, so these are supposed to snap into here. I haven't done this before. Let's see. There we go. And then you put your workpiece in there, and you're supposed to right size these. You can stretch, I guess if you overstretch these or put too small of pieces in, you could eventually spring these out or over spring them, and it'll ruin their accuracy or ability to grip. There we go. So let's say we got our, there we go. So you want this to be pretty flush on there. You don't want this to be sunken in. You got to get it snapped in there from what I know. And then you can put your piece in there. You got your chuck key and you tighten it down. So there we go. I'm anxious to use this on a project. I went back and forth, and in the end I decided to go with the collet chuck before the 4-jaw. I have less non-round projects to work on at the moment. Eventually I want to get into spinning some square stock or flat plate or something. And that's when I'll be looking at a 4-jaw. Trying to spend, you know, maybe $100 a month or something. I don't want to spend too much. So I'll spread that spend out. But for now, this is what I got. I think it's a really good array of collets. I'm pretty happy with this purchase. I can't wait to use it. So, and finally, I've got a viewer gift. I've opened the package. I know what's in here, but I haven't proceeded to finish opening it. One of the viewers reached out to me. You know who you are. Thank you again. This is such a treat. Asked me if I'd be interested in an upgrade from the kitty-sized lathe chuck that I have. I said, well, sure. I said, this thing is very small. It is very child-sized. It's functional, but he reached out and offered to make me a new chuck key. And I thought, yeah, let's get you some measurements and see how this turns out. So this is what he sent. It needs hot blued. I'm going to be working on that in an upcoming video, or I'll tack it on to this video. But here's what we got. It's a 3-piece. Basically, it's the chuck, the functional, the business end, and then the handles will pressure fit into the business end of it. So let's get this opened up and see how this looks. Look at that. Beautiful. Proper size, too. Look at that. Awesome. So, there's the business end. Let's look at the handles. Here is one side. There we go. Oh, that's nice. Oh, I see. This is nice. This is built very well. It's going to have a threaded portion. Look at that. This is fantastic. So this should slide in here. One of the sides. There we go. And then we have our threaded in. Am I showing that? There we go. So he's got this. I need to hot glue this. That'll be coming up soon. We thread this in here. That is beautiful. Put some thread locker in there maybe. Look at that. That is not a child-sized chuck key. Here's the original. Here is the new and improved. Thank you so much for this. Let's test it out on the lathe. This is fantastic. I'm going to be hot gluing this soon, and we're going to make it look and have its rust proofing. I do want to test it over here on the lathe. So let me pause you. I'm going to mount you up on that other tripod. We'll test this thing out, and I'm excited to actually have a proper chuck key. There we go. We've got original. Great. It works. It's functional. Let's check out our new and improved. Oh, yeah. Oh, that fits really well. Look at that. That is fantastic. You can put some proper pressure on it. You don't have to, you know, gouge your hand when you're really struggling with this thing. It bites into your palm. This right here, this is sweet. Fits into all. But this is awesome. Oh, I'm look forward to using this. And I may have to upgrade my chuck key holder. Let me show you. It'll work. It's fine. Maybe I'll just leave it. But I do have some other magnets and other ways to make a new one of these, so I might do that. I may have two up here, so I can put both of them up here. But this is awesome. Quite enjoying this. And for comparison, here's the original. So I do recommend making one of these holders if you don't. It's just on there with magnets. It's a video I made. but it's really a handy place to keep your chuck key. Anyway, that is fantastic. I love it. Thank you so much. I appreciate this. I'll be hot bluing this next, and maybe I'll tack it on to the end of the video. Anyway, thank you so much. Also, everybody who has commented, I know I said it just a minute ago, but thanks for everybody who's helped me with my channel, with my knowledge, trying to learn with materials, material identification, donating various tooling and parts. What a fantastic community. There's so many great guys out there, gals that are helping. If you're on the fence of getting into this hobby, I'd recommend you get into it, at least from my experience. I love it and I enjoy it. So anyway, thanks for watching. I don't want to drone on any longer. I appreciate everybody out there. Thanks for subscribing. Tell your friends about the channel. Trying to hit that 1,000 mark. And anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Well, these turned out pretty good. I had them out of here, but I'm going to let them sit until all of it cools off. But I'll give you a little bit of a preview here. It's all pretty warm, but as you can see, it's got kind of a nice blue purple I'll keep an eye on it. If for some reason it decides it wants to start rusting, I'll do another hot blue. But I kind of like how these turned out. I'm just going to let them sit in here until all of that oil cools down, maybe overnight. But at any rate, you will see this. You'll see this on upcoming videos. I'll reclaim this oil, put it in with some cutting fluid. And anyway, hot bluing, I'm still learning. I'll get a little bit better, but I enjoy it. All right, just a little recap. Again, I don't know if he wants to be pointed out or a shout out, but he comments quite a bit. One of the viewers, he's a fellow machinist. I almost am humbled when I say that because I don't know if I would call myself a machinist yet. However, he offered to make me this chuck. I went ahead and hot blued it today. And here's the original, the little one that I got. And here's his remake. This is a proper size chuck key for a big fella like myself. Anyway, I think the hot bluing turned out really nice. I just wanted to, I got that on video here, and I just wanted to share it with everybody. So here's the original, and there is the functional new one. Fantastic job. Thanks again. Thanks for watching. Closing this video out. Appreciate everybody watching. Hope to see you on the next one.